Welcome, Sketchbook Heroes. We are ready to draw tonight. We've got some stuff. We've got a student that turned in this drawing here from Mattel. It's good to look at logos. Logos are really good to draw because they're broken down by designers and artists, and you can learn a lot from copying the way the logos are made. These are the drawings we're going to be doing tonight. We've got a little cityscape we're going to start off with. It looks simple. It is simple but complex. So we're going to break that down for you. Then we've got a little girl. Again, simple but complex. How would you do that? You know, there's seeing the spacing. Spacing is the biggest problem when you're learning to draw, trying to see the space. So we're going to break that down for you. And then we've got another one, also simple but a little complex. I'll show you the complexity, what's complex about it. Another one, getting a little more complex as far as forms and shapes, a little more challenging. And then as we enter the night, then we'll do this tree here, also a little more complex, and so on and so forth. Let's see, we got a bass. And this, I don't know if we're just going to talk about this. Tuesday's class is more advanced. Currently, a lot is doing portraits. It starts at 5. Yes, that is Tuesday's class. Yeah, we're doing portraits, 2 more weeks of portraits on Tuesday's class. Thank you for asking and throwing the chat, and thank you for answering, one of our regulars there. And then with this one, I'm not sure we're going to get to that one. We'll definitely talk about it because we've got a lot. Definitely talk about this too, perspective. As it goes on through the night, we do get a little more challenging. So feel free to, you know, stay as long as you like. You can come and go. And we'll probably do this drawing perspective, and then it goes into a little bit of art history here. Tom Roberts, 1856 to 1931, English Australian impressionist painter, and we have one of our students here that have uploading all these pictures for us to share and learn from. And this, it looks a lot like Remington's work. This work.
I was going to say Charlie Russell, but you're right.
Charlie Russell.
Yeah.
I don't know Charlie Russell.
You don't know Charlie Russell?
No, I'm gonna have to look him up now.
It's a good thing I'm never going to introduce you to my father.
Oh, really?
Charlie Russell was the real cowboy, whereas Remington just went west and then went back to a studio in the east.
Ah, I see. So. Okay, so I'll have to look him up and see that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
he was. Yeah. It was. Oh yeah, they were the same time, and so Charlie Russell actually lived in Montana, and my father's from Montana, so. Well, he passed away at 95. So.
Wow, nice long life. Well, it's yeah. Well, I'd be disowned by him, I guess. Sorry to hear that. Oh, well, I'll definitely brush up on Charlie Russell here, and Tom Roberts, Veiled Up. Really nice work. Really nice work. A lot of detail. Interesting compositions here. Definitely once you get to this level and you're putting all these objects, not just drawing a horse, but horses, and seeing how they relate together and how it flows. Really interesting. And we're back to the beginning. So here we go. We're going to start here. We're going to start here with this drawing. Now, it looks complex. Well, you can tell it's simple, but how do we break this apart? Definitely squares. That's the way we do it. There's a lot of squares. We can see the height compared to the width. So I'm going to whip out these squares. You can see definitely the height of this. And if we put a square in here, you can see how one square fits right in there. And then we can see, use that square as a guide. I can pretty much say this is kind of like almost the middle there. Actually, we can make the square maybe a little bigger so it fits like it's the middle there. Look at that right in there. So here we have one square, and this would be our center. And then if we bring that over here, you can see there's our other square. So just whenever you're having a trouble, well, this is about drawing. We're solving problems. We're solving puzzles. So stay calm. You know, like, oh my God, how do we do this? Well, like any puzzle, you break it into smaller pieces. The Rubik's Cube, you know, you learn how to do one level at a time. You know, just learn how to solve problems. And, you know, that's where joy comes from. You know, like, oh, wow, how are we going to do this? Look how that fits really nicely right there. There's one square, 2 squares, 3 squares, and 4 squares. Actually, 3.5, a little bit more than 3.5, right in there. So that's we're gonna need about 4 squares in that space to get these drawings going. And I know I have technology here, but you can do this also with a ruler or a pencil, learning to see the big shapes just like this. All right, so we're going to start off with, let's finish blocking it out. So here, let's put some more squares on here. This will help. And this is almost like doing a grid drawing, which is what we did a little bit on Tuesday with one of our drawings, this drawing here with the little kids. So we kind of put grids on it, really loose grid. That video should be up. But I think I'm producing too much content. I need to actually probably slow down on my content, or well, I'll definitely need to start breaking it down and putting it on another website and continue with our website. There we go. Continue with our website, which is I'll share right now, because I said I was going to share last week, but I didn't get to. Let's see. Let me copy and paste this, and then I'll share my website, and then we'll do this. So here we go. Here's our I'll capture that, and it's in the chat now, or soon to be. There it is. Now it's in the chat, so you can take a look at that picture image there. But let me let's go to our website here. There we go. Our website is sketchbookhero.com. sketchbookhero.com, and we have some resources there, not quite like Proko. Proko definitely he's been doing it for quite a long time. But we're really gonna get his stuff as well and put it together. So here we go. Let's put Sketchbook Hero, not Warrior. If you do Sketchbook Warrior, it actually gets you into this into our meeting, our Zoom meeting, if you put sketchbookwarrior.com, if you ever forget. So sketchbookhero.com, and we use Wrap to Draw. Wrap to Draw is a method of drawing that we've kind of developed to help really beginners. But here it is. This is where our videos are. You can also go to Absolute Beginner, actually, well, to get to it. And these will be the lessons eventually. Well, these we already have the outline. This is the outline, and here's the wrap, ratios, angles, proportions, and placement. That's what we look for. And then I'll have a video explaining each one of those. And that's we already have other videos that are good, some by me and some by other people. But all those will be, I really want to streamline it. So it's the fastest way to learn to draw. But right now we mostly just doing practice, and we're just doing it for fun. So, but if you go through the lessons, you'll definitely learn really quickly and pick up, I think, how to draw. So here we go. Let's stop sharing. Let's jump into this, today's drawing. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna, there we go. That's it. Ooh, it downloaded it with a double click. All right, let's turn our paper around. All right, so we're gonna start off with four squares. Ooh, we'll draw big today. We'll draw big. So you can start off with just our line here, and then here we go. Break this in half, so that kind of gets it in half. And then I can see the width. I can see kind of like where I'm gonna see from here to here, and then break that in half as well. So that gives us this width right here. And then if we bring that width, we can measure it with my ruler, finger, my pencil, and bring that down and say, okay, it's going to come down to here, right about there. And sometimes you can eyeball that. All right, so that's how I kind of laid out my paper. If you want me to do it again, I'll do it again. And then I can just easily take that measurement here again, bring it over, and there I have my grid and kind of how it's all going to break down, how it all kind of fits. I know it doesn't go all the way. It's 3.5. So the drawing's going to be here. So if I need to make a shift, or if I need to do anything like that, I would do that here. But now I can already see how it's going to fit on my paper. All right, let's do this. Ooh, now I'm getting too hot. I'm going to take off my jacket here. Yeah, I turned on the heater in this room. It's really cold here in sunny Southern California, but there we go. Let's take a little break. All right, so draw your squares while I'm here removing this jacket. All right, I got my 4 squares. All right, and then it's just sketched out. All right, let's start off. Let's go left to right. All right, let me, I don't know if we're going to paste it again. I think I'll paste it again. We have somebody that just came in right now. So I'll paste it one more time because she's a regular. So let me put it in, where's my chat? Oh, here it is. All right, I'm going to paste it one more time. What's that? Okay, there we go, capture. There we go. It's in the chat again one more time for the person who's late. Yeah, I really, people who are consistent, people come in regularly, I really try to, help you out. Here we go. So there's the picture we're going to be doing. We broke it into fourths. So I'm not going to go all over that again. So I do have 4 squares to kind of get us started. And then it's a really simple. All right. So we're going to start off with the first square. The first square has a square in it. And here we go. And the square is a kind of like a cube because it has a side. And the side this is a really kind of like a really rough sketch. But the square is there. You can see the square and see how it fits in there. And then it has a side to it. There's a slight angle right in here, slight angle, but it's pretty close to straight. If you do it straight, that's because this whole side here, I think, is a side of that whole building. And then they kind of shaded, they just put lines to kind of shade that side of the building. And it's not really precise. It's a really nice quick sketch, just the feel of these buildings. You can tell it's not, they wouldn't make these buildings with the windows off this much. It's just getting the feel of it. There's 3 windows at the top. I think mine are a little more regular because you can see this way they're spaced. I usually would line these windows up. So here we go. I'll try to make it uneven. Let's zoom in. There we go. Let's zoom in on this first square there. And a set of 6 windows. And then there's a big door in the front. A big door in the front. There we go. And then we've got, I don't know, some more lines on the side. There we go. Let's put lines. And then we've got our other building here. And I think I might have made this square a little bit too big, but it's okay. It's all right. And then we've got, I'm going to bring this to here. Yeah, it's there, right onto this line, this next building. Notice how it comes up, probably up a little higher. And just notice how it all fits. And then we've got the roof, or this half circle on this building there. And then we've got all these more windows. Got 2 on the top. And then 2 more on the way down. 1, 2, and there's our second building. And there's a tree on the left. We're going to be drawing a tree later, a little more detail than this. Here's the trunk of the tree. And then it goes out into leaves. Really interesting design. Just kind of comes out into almost giant leaves, they look like. They're really interesting. Let's see. I would probably draw like the leaf and then bring it in. Draw the leaf and then bring it in. Here we go. Draw the leaf, bring it in. Draw a leaf, bring it in. And then there's more on top. There's more in here, rounding out this whole leaf drawing. I am using a 2B pencil tonight. It's a darker pencil than HB is usually like the middle one. Once you get into the 2Bs, you can see this is, it's going pretty dark, pretty fast. Alrighty. Putting the little leaves in between. Notice how I'm putting them in between. Really nice. Actually, I really like this style of tree. Really interesting. Leaves aren't that big, but it really breaks it down into maybe just the shapes of that are going in there. Put 1 more in there. 1 more over here. And they alternate the way they fit in there. All right, really nice. There you go. See? Wow. There we go. There's our first square down. 3 more to go, or 2.5 to go. Can I move this? I can. All right. Please add location here. Location. What do you mean? What is, I don't know what location that is. Oh, location of our website? I think so. Oh, I can put that here. Let me see. Yes. All right, cool. So we have our website. Oh, yeah, Proko. First, I'll put Proko. Proko is the website to learn how to draw from a really good source. Then we have our website, which is it's sketchbookhero.com, but this is not sketchbookhero.com. It's still sketchbookhero.com. Sketchbookhero.com is a link that'll take you to this long website that has my name in it, Eladio22. That's a Wix site. So yeah, that's what that is right there. All right, let's continue. All right, I'm not going to worry about the ground till afterwards. I know that we're going to stay above this area here. We're going to stay like up in this area, and I can actually really lightly draw a line like I just did, just to yeah, show where that's going to go. Once you, oh my gosh, this just comes from experience. I'm just like, okay, this is going to be it, and I just drew it really quick. All right, let's get to our other buildings. This is definitely a rectangle. This one really goes really close to there. And it's about, oh, it's smaller than this building here. I can see the relationships. This one is shorter, but longer. And then there. And this is the first class that we actually, you can actually, if you'd like to donate even $1 or whatever to the class, you can. As you register in Meetup, you can actually do that now. I kind of open that up. So let's see how that goes. Let's get a new camera or whatever we need. And you'll see it. It'll all go to the class. It'll all go to working on the book, maybe even the videos. I don't know, give me more time to do that. But we'll see. But classes will always be free. Always be free. Donations are just donations, just to help, whatever, help the cause. And we had one person donate. I don't know if she's here. And she's been coming regularly. And then we had another person said they were going to donate over Christmas, but they didn't, and that's okay. It's all right. It's always free. It's always fun. It's you know, well, it'll be as long as I can keep it going.
How would someone have donated over Christmas when you didn't have it set up yet?
No, they said they were going to. They asked for my information for like my information. They wanted to donate something. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I set that up, but they never did.
I'm going to donate something. I've already done the math.
Oh,
I
you
was
did?
just wait. Yeah, I've already done the math to figure out what I'm donating. I just was waiting for you to get to do the technical stuff.
Thank you. Man, that's awesome. This is what motivates me. Like when people get involved and not just not the donations, like how you put up the pictures and how you. I mean, it really gets me going. All right, here we go. We got 3 buildings down, 1 tree. Let's do these 2 trees in here. Oh man, warms my heart. Let me turn this heater off now. All right, here we go.
If I had ever managed to win the lottery, I donated enough for you to go on your trip.
Oh my gosh, that would be nice. Thank you.
I just buy lottery tickets so they can sort of indirectly say to me, "You're a loser."
Oh no. I know your odds of winning are so, my gosh, I know. And I mean, this year I think is the most I've ever bought in my dad would buy them every week, but this is the most I've ever put into, because I know it was in the billions. Somebody around here won also. They just announced their name. Yeah.
I thought that was you, Eladio.
I wish. Oh man, we'd have production value here, like up. We'd have like you'd have the image up here and you'd be able to see side by side us drawing. I don't know, I definitely would up the production value here. All right, we got our second building in here. You can see kind of like a square in there. Notice it's just like a puzzle. We're putting it together, and here we have a triangle up here on top of this building. All right. And again, for you totally brand new tonight, it's all shapes. Everything you see is made up of shapes. Look for shapes. And the next level is form. Form is definitely the next level. But if you're just at shapes, that's good. Look at shapes, flat shapes, because once you get to form, because this is a rectangle here, but once you get into form, this is 3D, 3-dimensional, and it changes. These shapes change as it moves through space, right? So our eraser will change. All right, so yeah, you got to know where you're at and take it to the best you can. We're looking at ratios, the height to the width. So, and seeing how things fit here, there's actually like a square space, the negative space in between, kind of like a square in there. And then we've got it a little bit lower than this one here. So it's a little bit lower. This next building fits like right up to here and down. And then the top is rounded. Actually, it's a little straight. It's not as rounded as that one. But again, this is all freehand. This is not, we're not, yeah. So I'm just shooting for accuracy as much as I can, even though it's a really loose, fun drawing. They say, okay, here's a building. I don't know if they were actually looking at actual buildings while they did this, but there we go. This number 2B pencil feels like a marker. It's so dark and thick. All right, here we go. This is kind of like more of a palm tree here. The one in the middle. Let's start off with a branch right there. And then you can see right in the middle there, and see there's 2 like branches on one side like that, and then 2 more below that right there. Am I zooming in? Let's zoom in a little more. There we go. So you can see we're at. All right, so there's our 2. We've got 2 more to go. We're almost halfway there. All right, and then we've got all kinds of, if we go for accuracy, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 branches out. There's one that kind of comes straight across. One that kind of comes, a small one, I guess, comes almost straight across. One above that, and one above that coming up this way. So that's 3 on this side. So it looks like there's 2 more on this side, 1 and 2 of the branches, and then all the leaves or just circle shapes that are on there. Really interesting. We'll just go ahead and put them in here like that. All right, and just putting them in. I'm not going exactly accurate. We could make it more accurate, but I'm just getting a feel of it. There we go. Just the feel. You can shoot for more accuracy if you'd like. It's good practice, but when you're first starting off, just get the feel of it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's about progress. It's about the journey. It's about enjoying what you do. Sometimes you're not gonna, when you get to the harder stuff, it's like, oh my gosh. It does. I mean, trying to get the faces, sometimes you don't, like, wow, not gonna get it. And you know what? You don't even have to get there. I mean, look at Bob Ross. He didn't draw portraits. He just stuck with landscapes, and that's it. You got to know why you're doing it. If you need to do people, you can, and you want to get to that level, you can. It's possible, but it does take quite a bit. It does take quite a bit to get there. And you can use that energy for other stuff if you want to write stories and then have AI do it for you. But really, I think telling stories and all that stuff I think is more valuable use of time, because but it's good. I've gotten there. I can do some pretty realistic stuff. It's just really time consuming. It really is. It takes a bit of time. All right, I just did my square, and I did my lines real quick, and yeah, it actually does help with picking up the pace. All right, let's go to the next. There's a tree in here, but I won't do it just yet. I definitely go to the next square. Let's go to the next square here. Bring this up. Yeah, we got 4 squares. All right, here we go. We've got a whole bunch of buildings in this one, and I can see if I go to the middle, I always try to find the middle. Right in there's this big building, and it comes out over here. That's probably right there, but see, it's like right in the middle of this square, and that's where it's at. That helps me get a good spacing and placement, because that's one of the hardest things to do, is get how everything fit together. And noticing these landmarks, noticing these locations kind of helps. And here we go. Here's that square, that rectangle there for this building here that goes in front of this building. We're getting overlapping. We got this big building in the back, got this building here, got this other building over here. I'm not going to worry about the detail. This actually helps because there's so many buildings. I'm going to worry about the detail last. So you can see how all these shapes kind of go. This building's in front, overlapping, comes out, and we've got another building that's right next to it, and this one comes out just a little bit and then down, And then there's a triangle on top of that. And then we've got something behind it. Now notice how this one's behind. It's not like next to it. It's behind. It comes up behind that triangle right in there. Comes up about the same size as this other building here. Then comes across. And then down. And side of it, part of it is in shade. And then there's a building that's actually overlapping it slightly next to it. How high is it? Did I go too high? I can bring it down a little bit. There's a little bit of overlapping. It does come out. This building comes out over it and then down. There we go. And there's a lot of scribble. I kind of just did it all one big shade in there. Sketch, really nice sketch. The really nice shape on top of this. This is more like there's another half circle, but then it's got, I don't know, it does end up here, right there, like that, like a wine bottle. Has a little top to it, and that top is shaded. But I don't know if there's anything else that's supposed to be on top of it. I'll just shade it a little bit. All right, so we've got our buildings all in, and let's just put in the windows. Oh no, we still have one more. This rooftop is rounded, another rounded. It's kind of rounded rooftops style. Looks like yeah, Europe somewhere would have these rounded rooftops. All right, we got a big
Eladio, I think it's the Middle East. I mean,
Middle
take a
East,
look.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a palm tree.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a palm tree back there.
Yeah, the Middle East. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, it was definitely somewhere out there. All right. Okay, we got speaking of palm tree, we got this one that's right in the middle. Thank you for your observation. Yeah, that's definitely not the US. So here we go. We've got I can start off with the it's right on that line. Start off with the thickness of this palm tree or tree. It's pretty thick, and then I can add the kind of like a little bump on one side, little bump on the other. And kind of it's part of the tree, so not too much of a bump. It kind of flows out, and then another two above that, and try to make it one piece as it goes up. Then we've got, oh, maybe I did too high. Yeah, I did. I think I did. Here we go. Let's do this branch here. Now this is definitely more like a palm tree, so this does kind of have the fronds. They're called fronds. I think fronds, palm tree fronds, kind of coming out like at an angle like this. There we go, just like that. Take a look at that. I'm gonna have to zoom in on that because that's definitely something like that. Yeah, so you have your center, and then you have your center line, and then off of that you have these lines that kind of come off. Now what's good about this pencil is I'm getting some pretty thick strokes, kind of like a marker. I see that was really a thin one. That one right there, that's thin stroke. But this, there we go. That's a little bit thicker. A little bit thicker. So I'm getting a one stroke drawing because of the thickness of this pencil lead. Notice that line right there, it was thin. And then this one, all the other ones were thick. So I'm just, it's like one stroke drawing, one stroke, because of the way my lead is. Get the lead out. And that's a little more advanced. Yeah, see, like right now, I would probably go to another sheet of paper and maybe push the lead down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So I can have it. And I can see now I can get that just with one stroke, get some pretty thick lines. And this works better with one of these 2B pencils or darker, because it's the lead just kind of comes out almost like a marker here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. And just put them in there. I did go a little high above the line. That's all right. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. All right, here we go. Let's do all our windows. Do some window shopping here. There is a little bit of lines, shadows around it on the sides, on the top, right in there. On this side, we've got Ooh, and I'm looking at my spacing here. I think this went a little too high. Yeah, I did. There it is. I can see my spacing. Yeah, I'm looking at the spacing. This building went a little too high. That's okay. Just let it go next time. Sometimes when I'm talking and and people are talking, I kind of, you lose concentration. Or when you're new, it's like trying to focus. You're like, oh my gosh, there's my 3 windows in that building. And that's okay. So that's when you're drawing faces, you're really gonna focus and pay attention. Drawing helps you with that, with focus. What you focus on, your perception is reality. They say perception is reality. If you focus on the good stuff, you get more good stuff. If you focus on the bad stuff, you think it's like, that's why you shouldn't watch the news. A lot of news is just bad stuff. I think it's everywhere. I think it's like really bad, but it's, I don't know. I know that we had that shooting here a few weeks ago, but it's not the whole country. It's not just my neighborhood. It just happened, and it was, I don't know, 10 people out of the thousands, the millions actually people here in this city. But they just make it seem like, oh my gosh, can't go out. Yeah. That's sad. All right, so let's focus on the good stuff, because there is a lot of good stuff. There's more good stuff than bad stuff. Just the news, they don't like to, it's not sensational. It's not. There's a lot of good stuff happening all the time. All right, just one door right here in this building. One door. It's hard to just talk about everything all the time. There we go. 2 windows on this one. 1, 2. Notice how we were just doing detail. We got the big shapes, and this is what you should be drawing. Look at the big shapes first, and then the detail afterwards. Detail afterwards. That's the process. That's the process. Big to small, general to specific. All right, and some writing is like that too. You're writing a story. All right, here we go. All right, we're in our last square. And then the ground. Let's zoom out a little bit. Here we go. Let me recap. You see a little, it could be a background for a movie set, a little cartoon set. Here we go. All right, let's get to
Eladio, do you think
Yes.
at some point you could go back to the gesture that you're using to do those leaves on the first tree? It doesn't have to be, now, but whenever you get a minute.
Sure. Like the actual picture or this one here?
That tree there, it's just, I'm not getting the gesture to make
Oh.
the leaves. I'm having to draw almonds, which is fine, except they're coming out very mechanical looking. So I just wanted to see what you were doing with your pencil.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm getting more of an oval shape. We'll zoom in. Because actually zooming in does help a lot. Actually, that's as close as I can get there. Yeah, let's see. Why don't we do it now? Let's see, do that there, and then we can zoom in on the actual image itself. So let me share my screen, and let's get to. Great question. All right, let's see. Let's share my screen. There we go. And ooh. All right, let's go. This is the picture I'm using. Our drawing is from here. Here it is. Let's see how close we can get to this. Copy image address. Let's go over here. There we go. Yeah, the way I'm doing it is just little ovals. Can we zoom in? Yep, there it is. There it is. Oh, that's as big as you can see. You can see they look like leaves and stuff like that. Yeah, especially when you're having trouble, it's good to really magnify, and even getting a magnifying glass. But it's that. And I'll do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do that tree again, and then we'll finish up the other buildings. All right, let's jump to it. I'll do it one more time. And yeah, the struggle's real, and the practice is real. It's not. Here we go. Let's get this paper. Let's get the LeBron paper. Here we go. Let's zoom out. There we go. All right. And this is almost like Zentangles, actually Zentangle design. We've got our tree, which I can actually get. Here we go. This will help get my lead work down. And you can see this first one. The way I did it, I kind of like just did, they're kind of like little, this one on the right is not an oval. Looks like it's just like even a square, but then just kind of, they're attached like that, a rectangle. The ones on the left, let's see, this one here. And I'm looking and trying to draw this, getting that kind of like a leaf shape. And then it's attached. What really helps is the thickness of this lead. So if you're using definitely a mechanical pen, that's pencil, those are a little tougher to do. So here's that leaf, and then just attached like that. Another leaf here, coming up like that. Yeah, and practice it. Yeah, if you're done with the drawing, don't wait for me. You practice something like this, or if I'm going too fast, I don't know. The video, definitely come back and watch it, and you can speed it up, slow it down. Right. So what makes it interesting is the other leaves around it. So in between these two leaves, there's a leaf right in here, a little bit more to the left, but there's that leaf right there, or that shape. It's not really a leaf. I don't think the leaves would be this big. I don't know what kind of tree it is. And then here's another leaf-like shape right next to it. And I'm just looking at them, the shapes, and I'm just doing it. A good, again, exercise is blind contour drawing. We can definitely going to have to find some resources for that. And maybe even do it as an exercise one day. All right, we got two, maybe one more up here. And then trying to get the shape of this tree as well, because I can see this is a shape. This whole tree shape would probably be kind of like right in here. I'm seeing this as well as I'm putting these leaves shapes in there. One there, one right here. Looks like a thumbprint, more of an oval shape. There, this one. Then all these lines just kind of coming in together right there. There's one there. They're all really close. There. And then here we've got two that are like really overlapping. We got one shape there and another shape right next to it, almost like a heart. It is, yeah, it looks like a heart. It looks like a heart. And I'm just recording what I see. What I like about this, it doesn't have to be accurate, but I'm recording what I see. I see that and I just record it. I see that and I record it. And I'm almost getting the impression of it. And that's why Impressionism, I mean, this is where realism and Impressionism, the different styles, doesn't have to be real all the time. There's a, I don't know, there is a level of stress trying to get it accurate, trying to get it like, oh man. And if it's getting too stressful and getting too traumatic, because it is kind of like a trauma, then you just like, all right, I'm going to take a step back and just focus on shapes and cartoons or faces, or if you want to take it up that notch, like, okay, I'm going to try to shoot for that and say, hey, well, I didn't hit it. It's okay. Because it's a really specific target. And there's ways and tips and tricks. Some people trace, some people use grids. You gotta know what you're trying to, what your purpose is, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to pick up skill, trying to show off, trying to show your skill? I mean, it's testing yourself. There we go.
Showing off, that sounds like a good motivation.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a little bit of unhumbleness about it, I guess. I know. I don't know. It's yeah. There is a little bit of a showmanship or a showman. There it is. All right, there's my tree. All right, let's jump and finish this. Let's finish this little cityscape. All right. Escape from the city. All right.
Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, hopefully that helped. All right, here we go. Little side trip on a tree. All right, where's my image? Ah, there it is. There it is. Got stuck behind. Good thing I've got these shortcuts. Oh, I lost it again. Screenshot. Ah, here it is. All right. All right, let's finish this up. All right, so we've got 3 more buildings and a tree. So there's 3 more buildings. A part of it is this building already we started. It just continues and comes in here. A little bit of a rectangle right in there, right in there. There's our first building. Our other building up in here is a right here. There we go, rectangle. And then we've got another building back here. Right in there. There's our 3 buildings, 1, 2, 3. And that's how they fit. We've got tops to these buildings. We got a triangular top on this one, really steep steeple, right to the tip of that, almost to the tip, a little bit less. I got mine to the tip, it's okay. And then we've got this rounded top on this one. There it is. And then we've got, we've got a window here. 1, we got 2 on this side. 1 below it. And then some kind of door. Yeah, Middle East. Also, yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't know, it could be Middle East. Yeah, Jerusalem, that would be, it'd be interesting. I'm sure even Google Images might find something. All right, here we go. Last tree, and then we got the dirt. And get the dirt out. This tree here, I've got like a triangle, a little bit of a triangle shape, and then the trunk. And I make it look so easy because it's almost like one stroke. I'm drawing it with one stroke with this lead of this pencil. And I've got my pencil really down at an angle, and really just getting these thick branches really quickly with one stroke. Yeah, the thickness of line is really, like they're probably thinner over here, but there we go. I've got my 5 branches kind of sticking up like that. And the leaves are off of this. Here we go. Probably I'm going to start off with this tip right in there. Let's start off with the tip as I put in the leaves on the side. There's 1. Let's put a heart. There's a heart shape right there. See the heart shape? And then we got another leaf up to the side, to the side, to the side, to the side. There we go. There's 1 branch kind of done, and there's probably like little lines as it comes down. Ready? Let's go over here as well. So yeah, feel free to put any pictures you'd like for next week. Oh, next week is being canceled. What? Yes, we're canceling next week. There's an event I'm going to be going to. So I already canceled it. I already canceled this class for next week. So we'll have Tuesday's class, but we will not have Thursday's class next week. It's the first class we canceled like in, I don't know. I don't think we've ever canceled. Have I ever canceled a class? I don't know. I don't think I have.
I vaguely remember 1.
Maybe 1. I think so. I think you're right. I think 1. And I know I had a substitute for 2 or 1 or 2 days, but
So what's going on next Thursday?
oh, why are you leaving us? There is
exactly. It's bad enough my pottery teacher's leaving.
Oh, there is an AI meeting, an AI. I'll you know what, I'll try to post some videos. I'll try to post some videos. There is an AI meetup next week. I'm all into the AI stuff right now. So the artificial intelligence and the yeah, that's what I'm into. So there's an AI meeting next week during this time, 6 o'clock in downtown. I'm like, oh, I can't miss that. I gotta be in it. So it's the future, scary. There's all kinds of stuff. Exciting and new. Forgot my shading on this little triangle there. All right, let's get the dirt. Let's get the dirt out. The dirt is just they're just shapes. And if you can get your pencil to kind of like, you almost have to get that lead. If you you know, sharpen your pencil with a blade, that's an advanced tip. And then try to you know, get it that thickness here, and really pushing my pencil down this way, and maybe even practice a little bit, just kind of like that, kind of like saying, okay, I'm gonna try to get let's break it down. There we go. So see, I should, you can see that the lead, oh yeah, look at that, it's almost like one stroke. It's almost like a paint. I'm painting these strokes now. You can see, there we go. So that now my pencil is almost, yeah, there we go. And now I can just left to right. And I'm kind of looking, and this is where again blind contour drawing kind of helps, because I'm kind of like, it doesn't matter, but I do want to get the feel of it. And I'm looking back and forth really fast, and just looking at how that fits. All right, so, and then just putting them in there, it's almost like dots. I'm looking up the picture and kind of putting them in. I'm sure it's like dirt or sand. Imagine if they were vehicles. No, they're not vehicles. It's like sand or something. It's like, does give that Middle Eastern Mojave kind of. There we go. I'm just doing it in. They're probably a little bit sharper. Let's see if I can get a little bit sharper and darker. There we go. Something a little more like that. Oops. One stroke. Yeah, because then with practice and stuff, you're like, you know what you want, and just, okay, I've done this before. I'm gonna just texture it in. Bam, bam, bam. Get it in there. Try to get the consistency, how far apart they are, how big they are, because that's where it can be a, you know, variety of differences. And kind of looking back and forth and trying to get the feel of how it is and how they're in there. And then maybe even turn your pencil a little bit. You'll see how it actually gets a little bit darker. Getting to know your pencil, definitely. It's an exercise that'll do it. Getting all these textures. And just these other ones, these last ones are just like, okay, I'm tired. You can tell they were done a lot faster, a little shorter strokes. Just kind of like, oh, all right, let's put them in there. There we go. Well, like ants in the road. Really nice, interesting texture. Let's zoom out. I think we're done. Bam, there it is. Quick little city. Wow, wow, wow. Congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back. We haven't really been celebrating that. I got to get those sounds back. Yeah, definitely need to pump up the production value here. Should celebrate you did this. Congratulations. All right, next drawing. Let's jump to the next one. Buildings look like the ones in Santorini. Oh, wow, I'll have to look at that. Procreate. I have a nephew who does commercial art, so he's been coaching me. Oh, sweet. Yeah, Procreate. Yeah, it's a fun program. Fun. All righty, you can do yeah, all your drawings. Yeah. That you do with pencil and Procreate. That's just a whole other level.
Yeah,
All right.
when are we going to have our special class on Procreate?
Oh, okay. That would be a Tuesday. Well, actually on Procreate itself. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we can I can bring out the Procreate, and
I'm sorry, we did once have a request for digital.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, thank you. I feel like you're my secretary. I'm like, okay, we'll have to do it. Definitely. Well, it'll be, we can, the next Thursday class that we get. All right, let's go back to where we're at here. Let me see. I just lost my other meetup. I'm at my chats. All right, so our next drawing, is the little girl, right? The little girl. Let's see. Let's get to it. Here we go. Our little girl, where's she at? Oh, you see, look at our drawing foundations. You can see, I'll be the first to donate. Who's going to be the first one? That's okay. All right, here we go. Oh, it'll show up right here. That's cool. Is
Oh, you
this-
haven't had the first one donate yet? I thought you had
No.
someone.
No. Well, no,
Oh.
somebody donated like personally. This was,
Oh.
I don't know if she's here. She's been coming. Let me see. There it is. I didn't know that showed up like that. I was like, well, we're trying to look, see where it showed up. All right, here we go. Ready, 49 people. All right, here we go. Let's, there's the little girl. All right, something in the chat. I'm still new and I thought you guys meant like good artists should have babies. What? Good artists should have babies. Is that what I said? No, here we go. This little girl right here. All right, let's break this down. Let's copy the image address, throw it in the chat for those of you who want to jump on it right away and practice what we saw and kind of see how I'm going to break it down. All right, let's go over here.
Yeah, here's the other picture that I put up because I was laughing at you for doing your upside down drawings.
Oh, I get it. All right, yeah, upside now, actual upside down drawing. Okay, cute. I get the sarcasm now. Oh, I'm supposed to be drawing, not let's escape that. Here we go. Let's go. Let's break this down. Let's break it down. Here we go. All right, we definitely got squares here. So the square here, this is going to help right here. There it is. There's a square right there. Notice how she fits in that square right there. So we got a square and then we've got extra. That extra is, let's see, what is that extra? We can take this one. It's going to be less than a half. So here's half right here. Bring that over. Oops. Right there. Yeah, definitely less than a half. Right there. But if you do go half, if you do get a little bit more, that's fine. But notice that square right in there. And then let's break that into smaller pieces. See how it all fits. If I find the center, it's a little, she's a little bit off center to the left. There we go. She's a little bit more to the left. And if we break that into half again, I think that's probably right about there. Do it in fourths. There we go. A little bit lower. And that one's a little more to the right. All right, so this one a little lower. This one a little, oops, wow, what happened there? Oh, I know. A little more to the right. And this one a little lower. I think I double clicked and got into a, there it is. Still a little bit lower. Got into some kind of text tool. There it is. All right, here it is. So there's our square broken into fourths. You can see that triangle, how it all fits together. Let's screenshot that. Be sure to check out the new photos I posted. Oh, okay. Did you post them? Oh, yeah, she is here actually. Yes, it was you. I didn't want to say your name. Oh, it's all it's all good. I thank you. Thank you. I didn't want to say your name. Yes, you are here. Awesome. All right, so there's the capture, and there it is. Yeah, well, you know, it's yeah, it's all good. And I really appreciate that you value and that you've been here sticking it out, and that's what it is, sticking it out. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I posted it there, and here we go. Did I post it to everybody? No, I did not post it to everybody. Oh, let's do it one more time because. All right, here we go. One more time. Sorry about that. What happens in my chat is when somebody sends me a private message, it when I send it, it automatically goes to that person. There we go. Now it's everyone. All right, let's get this square going. Here we go. Let's stop. Yes, you were the only one. Yes, you were the one. That's fine. It's all good. Yeah, I really want to up the quality here, so that'll help. I want to get a new camera. All right, so we're going to draw a square, and I don't know, maybe do it tax deductible or get some kind of thing going. I don't know, we'll see. So just drawing a square and the height and the width. That's it, the height and the width. it's a square. That's the square. This is where everything's kind of happened. And we're looking at the ratios. When you're first learning, you're looking at ratios, the height and the width of all the shapes like this, the height to the width. We can see the height. And this looks like it's probably 2, a little bit more than 2. So here's the width. That's 1. And here's my 1, 1, 2. And ooh, that's it right here. This blue part is 1 by 2 plus a little bit more for the eraser sticking out there. If I were to draw this, and now that I know the ratio, I can draw this any size and it'll be pretty accurate. So that's what we look for: squares, the height to the width. And then I know it's going to be a little bit longer as it comes down. And I'm going to break this into fourths. Right there, break it into fourths. There it is. And then we've got, all right, let's see, here we go. We got in this bottom is the head upside down. It doesn't go all the way. It's, oh, it's smaller. Yeah, actually, I'm going to draw small right in there. And then her hair comes out below the square line right in there. And I'm seeing that as a shape. See, I know the hair is all going to be in that shape there. It looks like a beard. Some of our optical illusion upside down drawings. We'll do a little circle here for the bow. Let's zoom in. I'm just blocking stuff in. There we go. Let's zoom in. There's a circle for the bow, and it's on the left side. And the left side of the bow also is bigger than the one on the right. So it goes about this big. And then the other one. I'm just blocking it all out real quickly. There it is. And it looks like she's got 4 little strands, or a bunch of strands going on her forehead. Kind of 1, 2, 3, and 4 right in there. I'm doing it so small that actually that's probably going to be good. Now, as I look at this circle, that's where the head is. Well, I'll continue blocking it out. Let's do the dress. Upside down triangle. And up there, fitting in there. And notice the angles. Notice how it crosses over a little bit to that other square. It comes down here. Yeah, right about there. There we go. That's it. And then she's got her feet hanging on the bars. Really cute little stick figures. I can't draw stick figures, or all I can draw is stick figures. I hear that a lot. And that's good. That's fine. What's going to be awesome in the future now is all you need to do is draw stick figures, and then you can have your AI say, okay, make this stick figure into actual person. All right, let's lay this out. This is what I want. And you'll be more of a director. And that's what we want, really. We really want, okay, you have your idea and you have, the AI do the work for you. You say, okay, oh, this is their story I want to tell. This little girl on on the monkey bars, and she's like this, making faces at the artist who's drawing her upside down. They'll be drawing her right side up. It actually does take me back to, oh my gosh, yeah, the schoolyard, elementary schoolyard. They weren't this, well, I guess they were longer. And some of the girls who would get on those monkey bars and spin so fast. I have a painting class next Thursday night, so you're allowed to take the night off. All right, thanks. I don't see how to donate. Why don't we test it out together after class? I'm sure. Yeah, thank you. We're here just having fun. All right, we get the arms on here. You just got to see where they're at. Notice the angle, slight angle down, coming down, and then here this more of an angle and how it connects right in there. Bam, bam. And this angle out. And I'm kind of actually, I'm drawing darker than I should have, and I'm drawing slower than I would. I would draw all this really fast, really light, and then build on top of this. Okay, so I'm just letting people know how it kind of worked. I would draw this really fast, really light, and then once I'm happy with it, then I'd go in here and start going darker. All right, let's see. So we're gonna zoom in on this. Yeah, we can just remind me, because I get to the end of the class and I get pooped out and I forget stuff. Yeah, we'll test it. If you want to test it, you can be the first. All right, well, let's see. Okay, so here we go. Here's our shape of our head. All right, I'm looking at it upside down, so I can see halfway, and the eyes are below that half. The eyes are below halfway, and one's a little bit dark and slow. Yes, dark and slow. All right, yeah, for beginners. All right,
That didn't sound right, Hilary.
sorry. Well, that's in the comments.
You crack me up.
Okay. All right, so I'm breaking this into fourths. The eyes are a little bit more to the right, slightly to the right. So I would say below, and there's a highlight. Oh, and the highlight's underneath. That's interesting, huh? Usually they didn't change it. They're just used to doing that. And I'm doing it so small here. There's one eye, and here's the other right about there. And accuracy is kind of like all out the window right now at this point. I'm trying to get it somewhat accurate. It's kind of hard, but here we go. Let's do her nose. I think because I'm doing it so small, actually. Look at, if you can notice how big my finger is and how big the drawing is. I kind of got a little small, but that's all right. It's all good. All right, so the nose is like a U. There it is. Oops. Ah. Let's clean that up. Clean her nose. Let's try it again. It's just a U shape. There it is. There's the U shape. And then we got a rainbow for her mouth. All right, just going around in there. Rainbow. And then the rainbow goes into those cheeks. She's got circle cheeks. Right in there. Yeah, like I was saying with the, this reminds me totally of the girls on the monkey bars. And then there was I was in the sandbox. The sandbox was right next to the monkey bars. I was in the sandbox. I like the sandbox. There we go. Except when the cats would visit. Oh, no. All right, hidden treasures. All right, here we go. And those are memories. Those are actual memories. All right. Wow. 50 years ago. Here we go. You know what? They don't have the sandbox anymore. They got rid of those sandboxes at the elementary school that I went to. Yeah, all the sandboxes are gone. All right. I had to make my head a little bigger to make the tongue fit. But you see, that's what making those adjustments, you can do that when you draw really lightly and then make those adjustments that you need to make. All right, let's finish this up. All the little details, just the dress. Now I can go darker. This is actually a 3H pencil, 3H, which is lighter. I can feel the difference. There's my 2B. This will be darker. Yeah, there we go. See, 2B. 2B or not to be. There we go. Bam. All right, now she's got a bunch of stripes. She's actually got 4 pink stripes. And I heard that this weekend. I was watching a movie. Oh, you know what? It was a really good movie. Harrison Ford, an old Harrison Ford movie that I had never seen before. It was about Pompeii disease. It was sad. It was sad. But Pompeii disease, what was the movie called? I just remember it was Pompeii disease. It reminded me of Pompeii, the volcano. But Pompeii disease, I think it's a blood disease or something like that for kids, and they don't live to the age of over 10. It was based on a true story. Harrison Ford and who was the other actor? I can't recall right now. All right, so there's 2 more stripes. I can see I got these 2 stripes at the end. But anyways, the little girl was saying that she wanted her medicine to be pink, dark pink, not the light pink like little girls. She wanted a dark pink and grown-up girl. It's interesting that she made that differentiation. So I've got my 2 stripes there, and then 2 more stripes in between those 2 stripes. I'm trying to get them to fit like right in there. And that's a bit of a skill too, getting that spacing and fractions. I'm just doing it. So it's a good practice. You'll see that one will be bigger than the other, so you can try to adjust it. You can try to adjust as they go in. They're not going to be perfect, but that's a good practice. And the more you practice, the more you'll progress, the better you'll get. All right, there it is. Oh, there's our little dress. Oh, I don't see how to donate. Oh, okay. I'm reading old comments. All right, I think that's pretty close to it. Let's just add all the little detail. We're done with this drawing. And go a little faster. All right, so this is interesting actually though. Let's see how it's put together. The actual bars here. This one on this side actually goes as a bar, and there's overlapping. So there's this bar that goes like that, and that's like a letter C. You can see that. And then the bar, that thickness just goes straight across. Right. I'm just going to go across. Straight across. There we go. Bam. And then the one on the left, well, it's a little bit thicker. Notice the thickness of it. It's a little bit wider. And then I can see made it wider. So notice that overlapping. And then that just goes straight down. And let's zoom out. There we go. Zoom out a little more. There we go. And these bars, I'm going to bring it down to right about there. This is good. One stroke, hold the paper steady. Oh, there we go. Clean that up. And this is where a digital drawing would help. This might be digital. I'm trying to look up. Yeah, that's digital. Looks like they went over it a couple of times to try to make it look like it wasn't digital. But yeah, I can tell there's digital, there's a digital touch in there. Little AI. No, it's not AI, but it is computer. All right, going darker with some of these lines, going here, and the hair, especially the hair is just I've got the shape of it. Now it's just kind of like just putting the lines in that shape, in that pattern. That pattern, there's like there's 3, 1, 2, and 3. Oops, too close. That's okay. There's a lot of little squiggly lines for that hair. And then same thing up here. I kind of already have that in there. The lines are actually a little bit thicker than I'd like. I'm trying to get them thinner as I move my 2B pencil. Let's get that bow, darken it up. Go around. There we go. Bam. Awesome. Yeah, I got to get that form out. I really like the regulars that are coming in. And really, so we can get to purpose. Understand what people's purposes are and help you with why are you trying to draw? What do you want for the fun of it? You definitely want to do like a survey. And that way you can help class direction and actually even talk about that. Talk about why because that'll get you through when it's hard. When it gets hard, it's like, oh, it didn't come out. And definitely want to touch upon that because the biggest challenge when it comes to drawing is yourself. When you get the cants in your pants and I can't do that. And then you believe it, right? Yeah, I can't do the monkey bars. But sometimes, hey, you'll have a little extra challenges, but you get through them. Yeah, I'm sure if you can see other people doing the monkey bars and you're like, oh, I'll never do that. But I'm sure if you would have tried, you had to get through your own challenges. And sometimes you're not athletic and it shows. And it's like, oh, when you try to be athletic, you get the cants in your pants. All right, I think that's it. Now we do one more bar and we're done. Let's get that other bar. To find meaning, extraordinary measures. Oh, there it is. Somebody found it. Extraordinary measures. Oh my gosh, that's an inspiring movie. Actually, it is extraordinary measures. Yes, Brendan Fraser. That was the other actor. Oh, and because we were looking for other Brendan Fraser's movie. There was a movie he did called Whale. think they got some acclaims. And yeah, it's the movie I'd like to see as well. The Whale or something. But this is really good too. Oh my gosh. What a parent would do to, save. Oh my gosh, it's very inspiring, based on true story. Yeah, definitely. It's on yes. Extraordinary Measures. Yeah, wow. Yeah, definitely hit home for me. Yeah. Well, you guys have heard my daughter. She's amazing. Wonder if I've already texted her. Yeah, see where she at. She listens in sometimes. Oh, my phone's disconnected. I heard it going off. All right, I think we're done. All we need is shadows, a little bit of shadows, and we're done here. Let's see. A little bit of shadows. There's shadows right underneath each of the poles. And then there's like shadows like way out here for some reason. And over here for some other reason. I don't know. I would probably put it under her. But there's that. Just a little ground texture. All right. I think that's not too shabby. All right. Not too shabby. It's all right. All right. Let's see. Next. What's next? Take a break. What time is it? 7:47. It's actually, Mike, it's probably 7:50. I don't know if anybody would like to share. We haven't been sharing anymore, but if you'd like to share, feel free to raise your hand if you'd like to share. If not, we can continue drawing. I'll share my screen here. There we go. Bam. All right, let's see. What's the next one? Is that it? Oh. No. Oh, here it is. There it is. Oh, the cats. Well, the interesting cats. I think this will be really quick. I can do this really quick. What makes it challenging is the line quality. I want you to notice how the artist uses line quality. This is actually an actual skill. And then there's things that are going on. There's the way that he's using he or she is using overlapping. And just probably drawn cats for a long time. The overlapping here up in this top right. Right. So this one will be really quick. I'm not going to break it down. We're just going to do it. All right, let's just do it. This will be good, like a cleanse the palette. We'll do it really quick, and then we'll get to our next drawing. Ooh, that one, a donkey or a mule. We were the mules, actually. My high school mascot, the mules of all mascots. A mule, hee-haw. All right, let's do this. Let's do this real quick. All right. Yeah, so we got 4 squares. And I would probably, if I wanted to shoot for accuracy, I would let's make it bigger. I would draw it lightly to block it out, and then try to get that the quality of that line is really interesting. You can see it going from thin to thick, and just with one stroke. But I'm gonna just block it all in real quick. Get my 4 squares, try to get them evenly. I can see this bottom one is smaller. And this is the kind of skill that you kind of actually, just even doing these squares, you're comparing, contrasting. Okay, this needs to be bigger. Is it the same height, same width? You're looking at ratios, and see the same height, same width. And I'm using this just to follow along. Really good, just exercise. Just practice. You might have to make the tops a little smaller to be a little more accurate for space. There it is. I think that feels just about right. There's one cat right about in here. Another cat, the head and the tail right in there. And then the other cat like over here on this side. Probably a little more right there. And then the other cat right in there like that. See, and I can just really quickly just block it in. And there it is. All right. I like it. I see it. I check it, test it. You should actually kind of like, at this point, begin with the end in mind. Can you see it finished there? I'm like, oh, okay, I can see it finished. All right, let's do it then. It's not going to be like off when you do drawings and have to erase when you're in the middle of it because you did it too close to an edge. But when you do it this way, you can see, okay, it fits. I can imagine it done there. All right. And then you can invest the time and energy to actually do this. And it goes from thin to thick as it comes down. So this line gets thicker as it comes down and it's thinner as it goes up. And if I had a brush, that would be even better. But I think pretty sure that this drawing was done digitally. And I can see the head of the cat and the body coming down. So here's the head, 2 ears, simple cat. Then comes down with a toe. There he goes. Toe. And then there we go. There we go. And yeah, that's it. Let's zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Oops, that's not turning around. Let's zoom in. I should zoom in on each square as we do it. Really interesting. I don't know. I think his nose is a little too big, but we'll do that nose. Just an oval shape, and just 2 eye shapes, sleepy eyes, and then the mouth shape, and then the whiskers, going off the screen. Yeah, I had students, actually, they created, it reminds me of student animation that they created. A little girl messing with a cat, giving him a hard time. All right, I'm doing it a little straighter, but here this line does curve a little bit more. It's really jaggedy, really, yeah, gave it a little bump, just like in their drawing. Really just loose, fun, not very staunchy or square. A square that's not square. Fun, stepping outside the line. You know, that's what a square means. A square, like nerd, or they're trying to make it fun, and that there's a whole vocabulary of shapes and stuff like that. There we go. There's one cat down, and one cat upside down is next. Here we go. So let's do the head. Here's one ear, and here's the other. Bam. And then we've got the eyes. 1, 2. Yeah, I'll definitely talk about AI stuff. We might be headed in that direction, but I won't do it until definitely I have all my beginning drawing course stuff done. So I'm really close to getting that shot, start shooting. I've got my outline, so, and just writing stuff that I want to do and say. And then get that out, because all this is just practice. We're just practicing, but once we're practicing the lessons, so that's a good way to do it. But if you know the lessons, I'm like, oh, okay, ratios, angles, and you make sure you don't miss anything. You practice wherever you're at. Like, okay, I'm just practicing on ratios. That's where I'm at. Okay, and then practicing on angles. That's where I'm at, and that's where you're at. Everybody's at a different space. That's why if you compare yourself to other people, it's like, oh my gosh. You sometimes can compare to despair. Or you're just over-analyzing. You get paralysis from analysis. And then you'll need a checkup from your neck up. Yeah, just do it. Have fun. Fun. Yeah. You want to play that race with the Joneses. All right, here we go. Unless you get inspired, you can't say, oh man, if that person can do it, I can do it too. And that's going to be my challenge. I'm going to really, with part of the videos, say, okay, you need a sketchbook, you need this, you need to do these exercises. If you go through all this, you know, you'll have to do it before and after, and you can see the progress. Because that's what it is, you know, we over evaluate our drawings in what we do in one day instead of what we do over days. Like, okay, it's really the practice. The years will show what the days will never know. The years will show what the days will never know. Yeah. It's like, what? When I first heard that quote, what does that mean? The years will show what the days will never know. Like, you can see my skill in drawing, but that's because it was over a long period of time. people say, oh, you were born with it, you're gifted. I mean, yeah, I had the propensity, I had the desire. But you should see my early drawings. They're not something to write home about. Although
Is that saying kind of like the whole is more than just the sum of its parts, maybe?
yeah, actually, yeah, it
Is
is.
it the same?
Yeah, because you see the whole and the sum of its parts. Yeah, it's like oh, okay, here we go. Like this pen, right? This pen. The whole is good, but if you take it apart, then it's not as good, right? This you're just
That's
looking at
right.
you're just looking at this part, and now it doesn't write, or it'd be harder to write. But when you see all the parts together, and then like, oh, okay, that's the whole year. But when you're looking at just day by day, when you're looking at drawings, like sometimes you don't even see the progress, but you just do it. The years will show what the days will never know. Yeah. And some of the parts, yeah, that actually, that
Makes sense.
took me a while
It's
to
like every day you're accumulating experience that in the future it'll show up on your work.
Right. Nicely said. Thank you. We got a translator for me. All right.
No, I'm just like trying to put it together in my head.
That's good.
It makes sense.
Yes,
to
and that
me.
helps other people too. Thank you. Thank you. It's not just me talking. All right, let's get this last two cats in. I could have done them faster, but I'm taking my time. I'm enjoying the experience and the talking and the company. Thank you for joining us. Our first hour, actually hour and a half. We've been going off script and not enough sharing, I think. That's okay. Definitely on Tuesdays, I might be a little bit more demanding. On Thursdays, hey, anything goes. When you're beginning, you gotta be a little more when you're first starting off. That's the problem. Sometimes teachers can be too demanding when you're trying to learn and trying to like, oh my gosh, but you just need time. You want to play the long game. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you get it. I mean, hey, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to learn physics, but hey, I learned it, right? Nobody's going to know it took you how long, right? The thing is, you want to play the long game. And people forget, forgetting is normal. Your brain tries to, it's too taxing. So it does forget unless you learn how to make connections and do that stuff and learn how your brain works. And know that actually your brain is lazy. Your brain is lazy. That's why habits, you build habits. Once you get a habit, your brain just goes that. It doesn't want to think. It takes energy. I've studied all this stuff. I mean, it's L1, L2. It's real. It is real. That's why sometimes you got to fight it when you don't feel like drawing or you don't feel like doing stuff. Your emotions should be a guide. And that's where a good sketchbook too. A good sketchbook would kind of like take you through that. A good sketchbook would, you write your ideas, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. It's not just a drawing book. It should be a sketchbook, a thinking book, what you're going through and what you're struggling with and write it down, get it out.
What were you saying with that L1, L2?
L1, L2. So this is a study. I can forget it. I have it on my website. So there's thinking. There's fast thinking and slow thinking. So the slow thinking takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy, right? It's like this, for example. They give this example. A bat and a ball together is $1.05. The ball is 5 cents more. No, it's I can't remember, but your brain comes up with an answer really quick, but it's not the right answer because it's you actually have to put some thought into it. So L1, L2, that's what it's called, the brain, the fast brain and the slow brain. let me see. I'll look it up on my website. Wish I could draw and do it at the same time. All right. But yeah, that's what it is. There's a lot of stuff. There's books on it. What's that? And good videos. Yep. See, now this is where okay, here it is. If I had those web pages together, because that's actually part of why I'm doing all this stuff. So you get to know how your brain works. And I'm fascinated by all that stuff myself. Building habits. L1, L2. I don't know why they call it L1, L2, but it's, yeah. Let me see, I'll find it right now. All right, I think we're done. There's this line is thicker up here. Notice the quality of the line. That's straighter too. Then this one curves a little bit more if you're trying to shoot for accuracy. Trying to get the feel of that drawing. And it does close up. Let's open it up. Oh, we got a tree next. Drawing is a very learning skill. Yeah, it's a skill, learnable skill. Yes, it is. And just like any skill, I mean, it comes down to knowledge and skills. What do you know? What can you do? Right? What do you know? What can you do? And if you can learn, I mean, oh, we got a mule here next. I'm just going to draw it out. Or should we take a break? I'm just going to sketch it out real quick. I feel like drawing fast. So I'm going to do this really fast. It's a circle. And it's good to kind of like, hey, wait a minute. Circle is a circle, same height, same width. And then we've got off that circle, we're going to come down. Notice how it comes in, then down. Then we've got.
Was this something you wanted to post so we know what you're doing?
Okay, I'll post it. Yeah. This is the, I'm going to copy the image and put it to everyone in the meeting. Here we go. There it is. Oh, there it is. Donkey, mule, hee-haw. All right, so
Eladio, I heard the L1 and the L2 with bilingual people.
yes.
The L1 is your primary language and the L2 is your second language. And so based on the knowledge or the academic level of your L1, that's how the L2 will proceed. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Yeah, that has to do with
so
language.
I'm thinking
Are
that
you a teacher?
I am a teacher.
Okay, yeah, you're in education. Yeah. No, this is a little different, but yeah.
It's different. Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, I know L1, L2. Yeah, I know. Yeah, primary language and all that stuff. Yeah. No, this is a little different. This is your two. There's a really good video. And it's actually in Veritasium. Actually, I'll probably show it right after this. Let me get through this drawing really quick. So I got my circle. I can break it down into fourths. Then I have straight here, and it's actually a really rough sketch. You've got the jaw that's in here too, that's coming off and in there like that. And then right in here is that eye. It's almost like an oval shape. There's an oval shape, but it does have that lid. Get these angles. When it comes to eyes, I've been seeing on Facebook, there's this drawing thing that I've shared in the past, and they've been drawing eyes, but they don't get these angles. So there's one angle this way and then another angle that way. Usually like, 3 angles on top and then 2 on the bottom when you're drawing these eyes. The bottom's kind of rounded. There we go. Oh, and actually, there we go. This same angle as that. Looks like there's a little bit of a brow. And it's really sketchy. The nostril, and then the shadow for this, and the mouth. And it's all really sketchy. We're doing a sketch from a sketch, which is kind of like I don't know. You're gonna get a lot of distortion. So imagine Xeroxing a Xerox and then Xerox a copy. You do lose information. So just do the best you can. All right, here we go with the ears. There's one ear coming out this way. Kind of comes in and then down. Notice those 2 angles, kind of 3 angles. 1, 2, 3. I'm simplifying a little bit. There's hair in the middle. And then we've got this other ear that kind of comes up, almost straight up, right in there like that, and then comes down onto that like that. And there we go. Down. And then that's the structure of it. That's the structure of it. But then it's all really a lot of sketchy, a lot of sketching the inside of the ear. See, I just that little triangle inside part of the ear, the hair, which it doesn't have any. I see I'm putting a little more curve to it. This is a really rough drawing. I'm actually getting it a little bit more probably information. This is the way I would do it. Actually, this is like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a crude sketch. I would kind of like try to get the feel a little bit more like here. See, like I just did that, the feel of that hair instead of just scribbling it in. It looks like it's more like scribbled in. That's okay. It's easy to judge. It's easy to be the what is that Monday night quarterback the day after. You know, it's easy to, you know.
Monday morning quarterbacking.
That's right. Monday morning. Thank you. Monday morning. So you can see I'm not a sports guy, but I know the concept. The concept is, yeah, it's easy to talk. It's easy to say stuff afterwards. But when you're in the game, when you're there, it's, you know, you're making decisions on the fly and you're like, oh, you don't know what's going to happen, right? You don't know what's going to happen. You just do your best and whatever comes out, comes out. So, yeah, but that's why it's easy. So, you know, when people judge and say stuff about your work, you don't, you know, you take it with a grain of salt and say, okay, well, that's what you're thinking. Thanks for your advice. You weren't there. You don't know what I went through or what my focus is. Maybe you're just focusing on ratios. Maybe you're just focusing on shading. I don't know, you know, your line quality. So, you know, there you go. Let's see how I just did that real quick. Bam. And actually it should be lighter. All right, let's take a quick look at L1, L2. I know I have it. Sketch, BrainBox, Brain Tools. Let me see, L1. And I don't know if, oops, that's not gonna give it to me. Maybe. Yeah, so let's see, where do I have it? Well, I know I have, well, basically my website is just a lot of, oh, there it is. L1, no, that's 1M. Action, L1. Asking questions, L1. The price of admission. Oh, there it is. Daniel Kahneman. Comfort Zone. That's it. L1, L2. His name is Daniel Kahneman. Daniel Kahneman. He does the L1, L2. Let me take a look. That's his name. Let's see. Daniel Kahneman. There he is. That's him. And he's got a TED Talk, The Riddle of Experience versus Memory. He's a professor emeritus of psychology and public affairs at Princeton. Really good stuff. Let me see. Ooh. Nobel Prize. Wow. Let me see. It's on, what was the other one? Veritasium. There it is. The Science of Thinking. It's 12 minutes long. I'll put the video in the, let me see.
For most of us, thinking is at least somewhat unpleasant. We try to avoid it where possible.
I see.
For example, I asked these guys, how long does it take for the Earth to go around the sun?
You see, how long does it take? And see, and your brain comes up with a really quick answer and talks about
24 hours. Obviously, a day, yes.
Or take this problem, which has been given to thousands of college students. You go into a toy store,
there it
and
is.
there's a toy bat and a toy ball. Together, they cost $1.10. And the bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost?
I see, that's wrong. But it's because there it is. And this is where he's talking about the slow brain, the two systems. All right, here we go. I'll just play about a minute of this or less.
So I think these examples reveal blind spots in all of our thinking due to the fundamental way that our brains work. Now, one way of modeling how the brain operates is as though there are two systems at work. Psychologists call them system 1 and system 2, but maybe it's useful to think of them as characters. So let's call system 1 Gun and system 2 Drew. You are Drew. He represents your conscious thought, the voice in your head. I am who you think you are. He's the one capable of following instructions. He can execute a series of steps. If you're asked to calculate 13 times 17 in your head, for example, he is the one who has to do it. Can I just use my calculator? No. All right. And 17 times. Drew is lazy. It takes effort to get Drew to do anything, and he is slow.
It's energy.
But he's the careful one, capable of catching and fixing mistakes. 221. Now meet System 1, Gun. He is incredibly quick, which he needs to be since he's constantly processing copious amounts of information coming in through your senses. He picks out the relevant bits and discards the rest, which is most of it. And he works automatically without you, Drew, being consciously aware of what he is doing. For example, when you spot some text, he reads it before you can even decide whether or not you want to read it.
Yeah, see, so that's the two brain systems, L1, L2. So yeah, that's it. I'll put it in the chat if you want to take a look at that further. All right, we got quite a few people here tonight. Let's get to our next drawing. That's why we're here. But it's good to understand the brain. It's interesting how you think. And here's this one's. Oh, this is a really good AI one. I saw this one. Oh my gosh, this is a really good one. I'll put
AI is going to obliterate your job.
Yeah, this is a good one. I saw this one already. I'll put that in the chat as well. These are my interests. All right, and that's what I'm going to be doing next week. Yeah, I can see what shows up in my feed, all the stuff that I chat GPT, all that stuff I've been following. All right, let's go to what we're going to draw. Oh, we're drawing the tree. We should be drawing a tree. I think that's next. And there it is. Wow. Okay, so this is more advanced. There's a lot of stuff happening here. All right, so there's a lot of stuff happening here. I hope we do this one. Yes, we will. Especially if you throw something in there, say, I hope we do it. Yeah. And you help me out, I will help you out. So let's annotate this. Let's annotate it here. Bring out this, and definitely see the biggest shape you see is a triangle shape. You should see this triangle shape. There it is, this triangle shape. All right, here's our triangle. There it is. And then you can see the angles. And then you can see the masses. Here's one mass right in there. Try to see the big masses, another mass right in here, right in there. You can see that mass in there, and then this mass in the middle with this big mass. There's three like masses in there. Now the challenge is going to be the shading, because there's light and dark happening. There's light and dark, and that's where really the detail in here is really next level. So if you're done with us for tonight, thank you for joining us. This is definitely a challenge. So if you want to take on the challenge, feel free to help. Feel free to follow along. But we're going to take this challenge on. You can see the branch, the main trunk in the tree does get wider as it gets smaller there. And there's really interesting shading techniques. So yeah, this is definitely looks simple, but the challenge is the shading and capturing the form that is there with the light and the dark, and then the snow that's on these leaves, right? And trying to capture that. That's going to be a challenge, even though the shapes are kind of simple. All right, so let's keep it. Should I keep that? Yeah, let's keep that. Oops. Yeah, keep that one. And this one, I guess. And then I'll copy this and put it in the chat. Let's put this in the chat. My job is to tell politicians they are idiots. If AI can take over that job, it is welcome to it. Yes, it can. It will be able to do that. Yeah. No, we're heading into a whole new world. Definitely. I want to hear questions. That's what I want to hear. You're gonna be able to post questions. That's the thing. What are your questions? What questions do you have? And you know what? Oh, I didn't do that. I think I kind of assume I have to. Let's see. All right, there it is. It's there it is. Ba-bam. There's our tree. All right, let's stop sharing. And let me quickly jump over to our meetup. Good night. All right. Good night, Haiti. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, let's get to, I just did want to take a quick look at the meetup. I don't always get to look at it. I do sometimes. I did last week. Tonight, 16th already. Wow. Happy Valentine's. Hope you had a good Valentine's. I did want to see there we go, the attendees and their questions. All right, here, let's see. Let's just look at them really quick from the bottom up. All right, let's see if we captured a lot of these. Event host, that's me. Landscapes. Oh, did we do landscape? Well, we're doing a tree. Portraits, that's on Tuesdays. Come on Tuesdays. Total beginner, welcome. If you're here, Steve. Beach and ocean. Beach and ocean. Did we do beach and ocean? No. Faces, Tuesday. People and pets, fantasy and sci-fi. If you pictures, post them, then we'll draw them. I'd like to learn how to draw faces, silhouettes, new to drawing. Everything is stick figures. We did stick figures tonight. Sketching, anatomy. Let's see what else I see. Nature, my interest. Oh, we're drawing a tree tonight. I just had one paint. I need to learn more. Valentine, Cupid. We did that was last week. We did hearts. We did some hearts, I think. Faces, humans, landscapes. We're doing a tree. Shapes. Shapes definitely in the right spot. It's all shapes. Perception. Ooh. Wonder what they meant. Maybe they meant perspective. Trees. Hey, we're doing Francine. We're doing trees. Mamta, we're doing trees. Asking for trees. Faces, animals. We did a horse. Nature, flowers, trees. There it is. Another one for trees. We're in the right spot. Birds and flowers. Drawing faces and bodies. Tuesday. Basic beginner level. All right. I like to draw portraits. Tuesday. Challenges, shading, and proportion. Yes, big time challenges. So that's adding shading and fine details when I'm drawing something I see so it jumps off the page instead of staying one dimensional. Yeah, that actually we'll talk about that in this drawing because definitely the understanding form will make it pop, and it's the change between there's my daughter. There's a change between it's the patterns of light and dark. There we go. It's getting those patterns right. Figure and landscape, nature settings, drawing a simple anatomy. Ooh, next month we're doing anatomy. Shading, we'll do shading right now. Nature, we're doing a tree. Portraits, Tuesdays. People and environment. Any, all right, and nature. All right, cool. Actually, we got quite a few of those. All right, let's get going on this. All right, here we go. So we're gonna get our triangle there. How you doing, Mama?
I'm good, Daddy.
All right.
Daddy dear.
Daddy dear. Awesome.
Daddy dear.
The joy of my life.
Daddy.
All right, so let's get I was talking to her in Spanish. I rarely talk. I know she knows Spanish, but yeah, you're laughing because I was talking to her in Spanish today. Oh, my daddy do. All right, so I'm trying to get the angles. I know this angle is probably a little bit more. You get a little bit as it comes down here. Hey, I'm gonna put you on. All right, turn your speaker up so you can hear. There we go. I can 3H. This is actually a really good test. I can feel what pencil I have without looking at it. All right, especially from 3H to 2B. All right, so I'm getting my triangle. I'm noticing the thickness of that and seeing how it's fitting there. If I need to make it wider, then you make it wider, right? You want to try to get that angle. Try to get that angle. So I got my angle. I got my triangle there. And then we've got one mass at the bottom. There's a 3 in the middle. So I might have to make this one a little bigger. See, I'm seeing how it fits my puzzle here. I've got 3 masses in the middle, and I've got this one, well, there's a bunch of masses, but there's this one big triangle mass that I have up in the top, that triangle mass. And then I have these 3 that are here. 1, 2, and 3, something like right in there. And I'm watching the spacing in between. There's this empty space or the negative space. I'm looking at that space too, right? And I'm noticing how all these shapes fit together like a puzzle. There's my puzzle. There it is. That's pretty much the blocking in. It does go from thin to thicker as it goes out. And I'm happy with that. It is a little small. I wish I don't know. Maybe I have to draw bigger, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm going to start from the top and then just go out because that's kind of all blocked out already. So, and that's actually good. If I need to not worry about space, I have extra space down here if I need to change it. So I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm just going to go from the top and go all detail and just come all the way down. This will be an interesting journey as we go through this journey of drawing this tree. So I kind of blocked it out. I'm going to go ahead and put the actual tree again in there because you guys just have the tree with the lines on it. Copy image. Let me put that one in there. Paste. All right. So here's the actual tree without the lines. All right, and that's the one we're going to be using. All right, let's go with this. All right, so we got the top. All right, now the top is actually broken down into 3 parts as well. There's this thicker part, and there's a middle part, and then there's the top part. There's 3 parts here in this top part, and then there's 3 parts in the next part, and then there's one big old chunk right at the bottom. One big old chunk at the bottom. All right, so I don't know if you can see that. It's almost like you're squinting. If you squint your eyes, you kind of should be able to see these parts and whole, right? So we got those 3, got these 3, and we got this big old chunk at the bottom. All right, that's it. Let's get going. Let's zoom in on this. This is going to be almost surgery here. All right, so we've got our main part right in there. That's right there, like that. And then we've got this one that comes out, and that's where I'm going to use. Where's my? This is an HB. What is this? This is a 2B. Here's my 2B. All right, so I'm using a 3H and a 2B. I use my 2H there. This 2B is a little bit darker one, and it comes out at an angle. Usually if you see, this is the apical meristem. If you understand the anatomy of a tree, this is where the tree kind of grows. And this here is coming up at an angle. So I've got that main stem right there, and then this one comes up at an angle. That's a little bit darker. And then you've got the other, let's see, and then this comes down here. Now, what's happening is interesting stuff as far as shading and light. That's coming out at us and is darker. And then here, these other ones, wow, it's really interesting. There's a lot of detail in this. There's a lot of detail. All right, so there's another little needle. I think it's a needle coming out, slight angle different, and it's more of an outline, like right in there. And then you've got the other one on the other side. Yeah, and I'm losing some stuff already. You've got the other one on the other side, coming off of this dark one. I'm bringing it outside that triangle a little bit. All right, and hopefully you see where I'm at. I'm in this top third, let me zoom out again so you can see where I'm at. All right, so I kind of have this broken down into thirds. And each third has its own third. So there's this top third here. You've got those 3 that are next there, and then you've got this big one. Oops, I'll zoom out a little even more. Yeah, so this top third there's the 3 parts to it, and then the 3 parts that come next to it, and then that big mass at the bottom. All right, let's zoom in again, so we don't lose where we're at and what's happening. All right, there we go. As I come down, so we're doing the first third, that first third. Now this needle here, the top is clear, and then the bottom has like a little texture in here on the bottom underneath it. Like I'm just going back and forth, kind of like bringing that in there like that. And I'm trying to draw what I see. Really am. There's a lot happening here. There really is. Get this trunk as it gets wider as it goes down. It goes in and out. Right here, it's going in front. And I kind of messed it up in here. Actually, there's more information in there that I'm losing. This has a lot of information, and it's really good observational information. This is not like a scribble tree. There's really intent in here. All right, let's get to this next part, this center part, the middle part of these, of the 3 parts in this first part. What do you say? Oh my gosh. All right, so right. Okay, so this middle part here, they kind of like wings. They look like wings to me, right? So this next part looks like wings, and it's lighter. It's definitely lighter. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm just gonna scribble it in, I guess. Yeah, and let's just shade it in. There's shade. Yeah, there's a lot going on here on this. I could try to describe a picture to somebody, but there we go. Just going back and forth a little. There we go. And there's form on here. So this even the branch, the trunk in the middle has form. One side's a little bit darker, and I'm drawing too small already. So getting some of that information is not really great. Notice the little shades on that side. Best thing you can do is try to, just look for yourself and try to get that shades, see where the lights parts are, the dark parts are, because it looks like there's snow on top and then there's shadow on the bottom. And then here, the next leaf, I kind of, the next branch actually goes in front. So I'm actually need to erase some of that. Let's erase this a little bit higher. That branch. I could have drawn it all the way through. Let's see, with my 3H, yeah, draw it all the way through. It's there. Because you want it to be consistent. You want it to go all the way through. You don't want it to kind of like, once it goes behind something and then it changes direction. It should feel like it's all one piece. So like here where it disappears for a little bit, it's going to disappear for a little bit. We're in the bottom third of our first part. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. We just finished the middle part. This bottom third is a bigger part. All right, this is a bigger part here. Let's see. And this one looks kind of like, and it's basically just patterns of light and dark. That's what it is, patterns of light and dark. Patterns of light and dark. And you want to see those patterns, complex shapes. But it's almost, they look like wings to me. And there's two parts to those wings. There's like, oh, I can block it in like that, and like that. See, it's like, so it looks like a dragonfly wings almost. And I'm going a little bit further out. I might change the whole angles of my branches. I think I remember you canceled the class you canceled. It was Thanksgiving, but generally, oh yeah, I think it was. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think we did cancel at Thanksgiving. It was, you're right. It didn't count as a cancellation. It was Thanksgiving. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, it's what it takes. It takes dedication. It really does. It really takes that dedication and doing it when you don't feel like doing it, coming in when you don't feel like, even when a drawing is not going right, you gotta okay, stick it out. All right, I'm gonna stick it out. It's okay. And I don't know, you build that resistance that yeah, you're right. Okay, so here we go. And now we got 2 nights a week, but I know definitely I don't know how long that'll last. We'll see. I need to probably cut it down. What time is it? 8:30? Yeah, we'll go till 9. Let's try to get these patterns of lights and darks. The shadows are underneath these shapes, and that gives it some form. But you want to try to get those shapes. They're just shadow shapes. Really, this bottom set of wings in this third is thicker. Right, and then it's just like I'm almost scribbling those shapes that I see in there. Because that's what it is. It's in that. It's kind of like scribbles. Oh my God. You just missed Constanza, I think. Not Constanza. Yeah, her name's also. We have 2. When they just spoke. Oh, let me see. No, it's Haiti. That's what it is. Haiti. She's the one that she's the teacher. My daughter, yeah. Anyways, oh my gosh. All right, so it does go a little bit darker, but this is like this whole mass of the first third, the first part. There's 3 parts. This is the first part, the third piece, and the first part. Gosh. And it's like a big piece of a mass, but on top of it is light. If you look carefully, you can see like there's like snow on it. You see that just by the spacing, and it gives that that illusion or the feel Does go a little bit darker in some spots. Let's see. Oh, my voice is changing. A little bit darker right in here. Oops, I think I did it too low. A little bit darker. There's some little bit dark spots. I'm using my 2B pencil. Get some of the dark spots. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Bring that branch down. All right, we're in the second part now. Second part. I'm trying to get the shading on that branch, the trunk. There's a gap. There's a big gap before this next one. And we've got this right in here. It's already blocked in right in there, this next part. All right, so we got the first third done somewhat. There's the first third. And then we're going to do this, the middle part, the middle third. And then let's see. All right, here we go. Let's zoom in. All right, so the first part in the second, in the middle part, part B it's pretty thin. It's pretty thin. It's got ups and downs, but I kind of like just did an oval shape, but it does go up and down. And this is where you can really start noticing the light patterns, right? There's a little bit of an outline on the top of where the snow is. See, like this is what I'm doing right here. I'm doing the top outline. And then underneath is mass. Underneath is the shadow. Underneath is it's thicker, right? And that's what makes that look like snow on top right there. And this all comes in, comes across. Let's see, I'm just going in there like that now. A little bit of lighter shading in there. There we go. And then there's scribbles too, little scribbles. Try to just look and observe and try to get the impression of what you see, get that feel in there. Let's see, there we go. There we go. What is that? Feels like Christmas. All right. People are dropping. Oh no, we got 21. We got 21 hardcore heroes hanging out, sticking it out. Warriors, you guys are warriors. Warriors fighting the battle, fighting the good fight. Every moment, every minute, every day. Got to fight the good fight. Yeah, once we get into, oh man, that's going to really motivate me. Once I understand how you want to change the world, that's what I want to do. I'd love to change the world. You know, what are you working on to change the world, to make the world a better place? That's why I do stuff. How can we make the world a better place? That's my mission, to help people that work on making the world a better place. There we go. That's what it is. People
Well,
helping.
I think Shakespeare had an answer to that, but
Yeah.
all you politically correct people, take this with a grain of salt. First, we kill all the lawyers. I don't know what that play that was in.
Oh, really?
Gosh. It was not The Merchant of Venice, was it?
I just have, I'm going to look it up.
Yes, we live in incredible times. Ignorance is a choice. Yeah, all the liars. All right, I think we're done with the first the first part. In the middle part for the how do I describe that? I think that's probably good. It does come dark. Actually, there's shadow in there. So the trunk is actually in shadow underneath right here. That's why it gets dark. If you notice the trunk above it, there was light. So this part of the trunk, there's dark. And I'm gonna actually put some 2B on it, a little bit of 2B, which is my darker pencil. You see it gets darker right in there. Boom. And bring some of that darkness up in here too, a little bit. A little. All right, let's do that middle part. I think I'm gonna have to go a little bit bigger and a little more lower and bring it down. Let's see, I'm blocking it in right now. There we go. Yeah, I am bringing it down a little bit. I'm making it bigger. I'm gonna have to bring this other part down a little bit more as well. Because, the negative space and shapes are just as important as the positive shapes. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's in there. What's important when we're doing this is seeing the trying to capture the patterns of light and dark, the pattern of the light on top and the dark underneath. And Here we go. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, people helping people make the world a better place. Yeah, something like that. I have it written down. I just got to practice saying it and practice doing it. People helping people make the world a better place. That's what it's about. Hokey pokey. Yeah, this texture, I'm just going around, even just scribbling it, getting the feel of it. I don't know, we can try to make it exact, but it's really just trying to capture that pattern of that, keeping the top light and the bottom dark. And there's a mass to it. There's a mass bottom to it. And there's darker darks in there. There we go. And then there's outlines around it. But it's in that scribbled out area there. That's it. A little bit darker on the left. Bring that down. Making sure the trunk is solid as it goes all the way up. All right, we're halfway through the middle part. Bring some of these darks up in here as well. Let me see. I'm doing the middle one. Try not to get lost at where I'm at. We're in the middle. We're in the middle of it all. Trying to get this texture too. Trying to get the texture and trying to get the, that's it. Go in there a little bit. All right. Now the last part of the middle part. If you're following along at home. All right, let me zoom out so you can see. We've got the middle part, we've got the top part, the top third, the middle third. All we need is that bottom part of the middle third, and then the big chunk at the bottom. All right, so this one's going to be interesting here. This is a big piece. This is, let me see, block it in. It's pretty big. I'm gonna have to bring that other part smaller. Seeing how it fits in there, it's this big mass. It's right in here, right? It's right in there with the snow and everything. This would be nice and fun to paint, actually. And then we've got the bottom mass, which is a big old just mass, but that can be broken down into parts as well. This bottom part, should we do it now? Yeah, why not? Let's do it now. So we've got this bottom part of the middle, and we got this big old mass right in here. But this big old mass can be broken down into parts as well. You've got one part here. You've got another part here, kind of like right in there. And then you've got this kind of continues here a little bit, but it's another piece. It kind of is right there, but it's part of this. And then there's one coming down, and then all this other is another piece, like a skirt right there, a little break right in there. But this all big mass piece is all those parts. That's it. That's kind of like just blocked in, and then just shade them out. That should be done really lightly. Henry the VI, part 2. First, we kill all the lawyers. First, we kill all the lawyers, all the liars. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? And that's the whole thing with court and our judicial system. You go in there for battle and set up like a battle, right? You have your two sides, and you know. There's not usually, I don't know, not a good compromise. It's best to kind of, I don't know. Can't we just get along? I know who ends up winning all the time too, the lawyers. They get all the fees, all the money. Yeah, I don't know. Our system of the down. All right, let's finish that last part of the middle. Let's see how we're going to attack it. Plan of attack. There is that middle part. That middle. Oh, I don't even think I have I'm just doing all the talking. I haven't spotlit my drawing, man. I don't know if that makes a big difference for people, but it does for me. Wow, it's really a little blurry. So it's small. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of patterns of light and dark. There's a lot of patterns of light and dark. I can see that here's like a top part, and then there's the light, and then there's this dark underneath, because that's kind of like snow, and this is a shape underneath, and then yeah, a lot of little needle shapes that I'm kind of missing. Let's see. Oh, here's a good scribble. on this side. All right, so on this side, there's a scribble, a whole dark scribble right in there. Yeah. And it's up and down. Fits right about in there. There's that scribble. And then there's another one underneath that one. Right in there. And these are all patterns of light and dark, kind of going, seeing these patterns. Trying to capture, there's snow on top of these. Right in here, this one's sticking out. Not totally getting it exact, but I'm getting it close enough. Again, if we were trying to shoot it for more accuracy, we'd be here even longer. I'm just getting the feel of it, and the placement without 100% accuracy. It's a good maybe 80%. And that's good enough. You can get the idea. You can see all this dark area here, and then there was a light on top of it. And look at really focusing on this dark area here and the feel of it. And I'm almost scribbling it in, trying to get the lights and the darks. And actually, yeah, as it comes down right in here, trying to fake that mass in. And there is light, really light shapes underneath right in there. All right, that's good. All right, and then there's two more. There's like an L shape right in here, two scribbles. I'm gonna put them in. I might have to move all my shape down a little bit more. There's two little scribbles or two little branches coming down there. And there's lights and darks, and another little one. Yeah. All right, let's get my, oops. Time to go. All right, you're welcome. See you in 2 weeks. All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks. See you in 2 weeks. See you in 2 weeks. Identical. All right, can anybody name that movie? We should have a movie quiz. Oh, where's my 2B? I know this is my 3H.
I have no idea what movie is that.
I don't know what that is. I'll quote more. I'll do more quotes from it until somebody gets it. It's a really funny movie. Well, actually, I watched it and you can see it's dated. I'm like, oh my gosh, it kind of a little bit dated, but it's still funny. Like, let me see.
Breakfast at Bernie's.
No, not Breakfast at Bernie. I think Breakfast at Bernie, I think, is older than this one. That's a funny one too. That one's dated too. You can see, I was like looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay, you can see how it's him. He's yeah. That is a funny movie, Breakfast at Bernie's. All right, so it goes dark here. Okay, so watch this. I'm gonna get have my 2B now. Putting a little bit of dark here. There's a little bit of light. That's snow, and then we're back to the trunk again. The trunk, see, that trunk is continuing down here, and it's dark. A little bit of that trunk. And then there's a light part of that trunk. The light's coming from the right. It looks like top right, and I think that's done for the trunk. And then there's just all kinds of patterns of lights and darks. And that's, as an artist, you'd probably be squinting your eyes and looking at that and trying to see those patterns and see that those shapes, and kind of just going in there and kind of like, okay, light, dark, dark, light, and trying to capture those patterns and see this whole, all this is dark right in here, all this dark part underneath. And this looks like a wolf with a mouth open or something. Here's that mouth part on top. And then here's this other part on the bottom, with the jaw open. There it is. And then all this other texture kind of like slightly scribbled in. Yeah, this is probably too much detail as far as I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll see. It was a request. There we go. Let's draw these and continue. We're almost there. All right, we're down at the last part here. Yeah, let's see, we're down at this bottom part. Dropping out. Oh, Priyanka was here. Nice. We'll see ya. We're almost done with this last part. I don't know what's next after this tree. Oh, we got, oh, the trout. The trout should be good. Oh, maybe the trout should have been before the tree. We got a bunch of other stuff. A little bit of perspective. We can talk about perspective if people still interested. And I think that's it. We're going to call it a night. perspective. We got some perspective on top.
No calling it a night until you show the other photos that I posted there.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. See, you got to remind me. Thank you. And then there was something else you needed to remind me about. Or was that it?
We'll test the donation function.
Oh, that's what it was. That's right. Okay. Debbie's laughing. All right. Okay. So let me go back to my tree here. Okay. So you did post some new pictures. We'll have to check out those new pictures. New pictures. Gotta be careful.
Well, I posted to Charlie Russell so you could see the how much Charlie Russell resembles Remington and this Australian guy.
Oh, nice.
And then I posted some cartoons from the cartoonist John Callahan, who just went by Callahan.
Yeah.
Which, have you ever heard of him?
Sounds familiar.
Well, he was a Portland artist. And the thing is, anyone who thinks they cannot draw should look at Callahan's, and you won't put so much pressure on yourself anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Callahan was a paraplegic.
Oh, wow.
I think a car accident.
Oh, man.
And nonetheless, he made his living drawing single panel cartoons.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah, don't look at Rembrandt and Van Gogh. Look at Callahan.
Right. That's awesome. And you know what? It's more of the idea, and that's where we're really headed now. You know, it's not really so much the drawing skill anymore. It's really the idea, the creativity, the imagination, and the skill. It'll come with time, but we're having a renaissance of skill assistance. There you go. I'm turning off the heater. Skill assistance with the AI stuff. So the ideas, you can sketch out an idea and have assistance on it. All right. Notice the patterns of light and dark. So this is the snow on top, and here underneath is that shadow and shapes underneath, right? And trying to see those patterns of light, dark, light, dark. That's what's happening. Dark, light, dark, right? And then just going in there, almost finishing this up. I'm just doing a quick, because there's a lot of detail in here. I'm not capturing it all, but I'm just trying to get the patterns of light and dark and the shapes. Here we go. All this underneath. Hey, where's my 2B TV? To be radio, to be or not to be. Speaking of Shakespeare, Shakespeare also said, there's no such thing as good and bad. It's the thinking that makes it so. Everything is what it is. It's thinking that makes it good or bad. Even your drawing, it's good. It's not good or bad. It is what it just is. Yeah, there's also a Chinese poem or story where his son, runs away, and he's all the townspeople talking, oh, isn't that bad? No, it just is what it is. Then his son comes back with 5 stallions, and like, oh, wow, isn't that fortunate? No, it is what it is. And then one of the stallions breaks his son's leg, and he goes, oh, isn't that misfortunate? No, it is what it is. And then the emperor comes into town, taking people to go fight in the army. And he goes, oh, isn't that fortunate that they didn't take your son because he had a broken leg? And the story kind of goes like that, back and forth. It is what it is. You think it's good, bad news. Things just happen. Life happens. All right, lights and darks, patterns of light and dark. Trying to see those patterns, trying to see those shapes. Put them where they go, and getting the feel of it. Up and down, a lot of scribbling. And here the patterns of light and dark, and darker darks. And then the bottom of the trunk, we're making it. We're almost there. The thickness of the shadows. Light areas. Try to make sure that that trunk looks like it's consistent going through the same parts of the tree. Actually, all of this bottom trunk is shaded. Try to get that trunk feel though, pulling it down a little bit more. Let's see. Shadows, shading these dark parts. There we go. That's it. I think we're done. Look at that. I think that looks good. I think that looks pretty good, if I do say so. I'm gonna say it. Patterns of light and dark. You got to see that light, dark, and there's our tree. Pretty close. And I don't know how. I mean, we did it pretty quick. And you might be, taking your time with it, or I don't know. You got to do it at your own pace. You got to find your pace. I don't know if I'm going too fast, too slow. But pause the video, rewind, or play it at half speed or double speed. And there it is. There's our tree. Just in time for Christmas next year. Oh, so I'm trying to zoom in. Zooming in there. Oh, that's too close. All right. Oh, let's do this bass. Oh, let's take a look. Let's take a little break. We're down to 16. Time for me to sign out too. All right. Thanks for the class. See you next time. All right. See you next time. You're welcome. I know we go hard here. We go hard. I know 8:52. It's gonna be 9 o'clock. Yeah, we should call it quits. Let me see. Yeah, well, let's pick up the pace. Let's see these pictures. And very good. You're welcome. Let's see. What am I trying to do? Share my screen. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, here we go. Oof. So we got this bass. I can try. You can draw really fast. We can do some quick sketches. I mean, there's a lot of detailed stuff, but if we do a quick sketch of it and just capture, that's what you should be doing. Really, you should really be sketching. And here's this lamp, really cute. There we go. Trying to get the form. And then we've got this. Probably won't get to that. And here's perspective. This is actually we won't get to this. We'll just draw the I guess we'll just draw the whatchamacallit, the bass. But we definitely need to go through the pictures first. So this is the height, right? This is the height. This point here and this point here is where his feet are. And this is the vanishing point. That's the vanishing point. What happens is here, this person is the same height as this person, because right where he's standing, right here, that's where it touches this line here, where it's going back in perspective. And once you go here, then you go up to where it hits the line again, and that's the line going back, and that gets us the top of the head. See, that's how it works. You see all these lines, but you don't know how it works. But now here, I just showed you. So here's this line, and here's the vanishing point. Now, the vanishing point could have been over here. The vanishing point could have been there, and then this could have been here. Now, watch. We get this and bring this over here to where it hits this line. And then when we go up, it should hit that same spot right there, see? So this vanishing point can actually move anywhere. But as it comes out, it should still be like right in that same spot, somewhat. All right, that's loosely. That's perspective there. That's drawing things in perspective when people are. Oh, and I was looking at a picture of my daughter, the one that's on her phone right now. I don't know if she can hear me, but her face was in perspective. It was really cool. It was a really close up of her, and her eyes. I could see the vanishing point. I'm like, oh look! And I was looking at it. I was like, oh, because it was up on my big screen. My TV was going through my pictures. Let's see. All right, let's go to the next picture. Oh, let's refresh. This is refreshing. Silly. You can tell it's getting late when I start getting silly. All right, refresh. Let's see what's here. Refresh. Let's see what pictures. And there's perspective. This is 1 point perspective. This video is really good. If you want to, actually, this is only 10 minutes long, and he really does an awesome job of how to draw this. So I'm going to put this in the chat. If you want to do this perspective thing, copy that. It's really good. It's in the chat. Let's put it in the chat. Here we go. Bam, bam, perspective. That's really good. That's really good. It goes through this whole thing probably better than I could, or just as good as I would do it. All right. He does these lines freehand too, which is really cool. All right, let's see. And there's our artist of the night, English, Tom Roberts. And let's keep going. Keep going, keep going. Oh, that looks like Wyatt Earp. Oh, it's Charlie Russell. Charlie Russell, there he is, and here's his work. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of these cowboy artists.
Wyatt Earp has a handlebar mustache.
Does he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
It reminded me of Wyatt Earp. Let's see. Earp. Oh yeah, he does. I don't know what it was. Oh, yeah, I don't know. There's somebody else that he reminded me of. All right, Charlie Russell. And there's his
well,
work.
Charlie Russell was a real cowboy.
Oh wow.
So.
Oh, that was it. All right, cool. All right. All right, so I guess, huh?
My Callahan pictures didn't come through.
Let me try it one more time. I've been refreshing. Oh, maybe they're, I don't know. The beginning of it just refreshed again. Callahan. Oh, is that cartoonist John Callahan? There he is. Proof you don't have to be a good professional artist. There he is, Callahan. You're right, Callahan. Ah, there he is. But yeah, oh my gosh, this is awesome. But look at his shapes and his form. I mean, you can see that shoulder in there. This is so awesome. He's braille tagging. That's funny. You see, it's the idea. It really is. It's the idea. And this is actually, he's got really good shape and form. And really, I mean, not that crude. I have a drawing book. I got to find it of drawings that are even more crude than these. Three-legged. He's missing one of his legs. He's just two-legged, like us normal people. That's funny. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little while to read it. Please help me. I'm blind and I think I may have a mullet. He doesn't know. Oh, that's it. All right, cool. All right, awesome. All right, so we're just going to draw this. We're going to sketch it out really quick and call it a night. Oh, and then do our, I guess, see if anybody has donated. Even if it's just $1. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not gonna, I don't like promoting it, but all right, here it is. So let's do this. I don't know. We'll see if we have goals or anything. Keep it free. Keep it free. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, here we go. So we've got this mass here. You can see that. Oh, massive mass. Hey, mama. I know. There we go. Oh, look at that right there. Bam. You can see that oval fits there really nicely, and then it just pulls out a little bit forward there, and then pulls out the here a little more forward as well. And then you've got this coming down here. I mean, that really just gives you a good feel of that drawing. If you can get that, see that shape. That's why you see these shapes and you get almost halfway done there. Let me just put some more of these shapes here. You can see this line here, almost there and there. And this kind of coming up in this direction. I mean, it's curves, but it's kind of like going in this direction here. It's that direction. See that direction? That's what I'm talking about right there. Oh, it just curves right there, right there. The curves take care of themselves. You can see that. You see that triangle there. I mean, it comes out, but it's kind of like that. And then this from there to there. That angle there, and it comes out. Notice how it just pushes out. All right, I'm going to do this really quick. See if you can let's do this. Let's just bang it out. Here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to do this. I'll see how fast I can do it. I'm just going to do it really quick and call it a night. I'm going to call this a night. See if you can. This will be today's challenge. Got to take the challenge. Take on the drawing challenge. We're going to go set up bass shop here.
Don't forget the taper tail.
And the taper tail. Yes, we got taper tails.
Double tapers.
Yeah. So here we go. We got our oval there. We got this top. There's our oval. That's going to be a quick sketch. Let's see how fast I can quickly sketch this in. And then here's the mouth. And the bottom mouth does open up a little more right in there. See, like that. And then from there it comes, and it does taper as it comes down. Here's that triangle tail here on the side. Here's the tail of that. Bam. You can see I just a few strokes with that mass right there, and this it's really quickly just sketching that in there. And then see that shape of that fin back here. Boom, 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 boom. This big old here. Billy Bass. The eye right about there. See, bam, and then the fins. These fins, and there's a lot of detail, but I'm not worried about the detail. I'm looking at the big shapes. See all these big shapes? Look at that, how quickly that just came in. Bam, bam. People left. People left without knowing. Wow, look at that. I don't know, sometimes this really helps. I mean, just drawing something really quickly like this can just help. And then just blocked it in, and then there's the eye. And then around that eye, want to get the eyes right. That's why I'm doing the eye. There it is. There it is. Everything else doesn't matter. We got the eye in there. It looks good. All right, let's see how everything else relates. I might have to bring this in a little bit. Right there. Bam. Bam. And this shape right in here comes up. A little bit of a thickness, and then we got details. 1, 2, 3. You got this inside of the mouth, right about there. See, I mean, you can see how quickly this thing is just coming together. The mouth, it's got like a tongue or something right there. It's like some kind of tongue. Whoa, what's that? Look at that. Oh, there she is. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. Hey, what's up?
They take a long time and all that shit.
Awesome.
Just at the end, I told the guy, you know what, I'm just gonna answer, randomly now, because it's already late, and anything on all these, any questions I need, I just have.
Right. Yeah, I'm here. I'm in my class right now. They can all hear you. No, I'm just kidding. They can't. They can barely hear you, maybe. Good thing. All right. All right, later. Bye. We're online if you want to see it. We're almost done. Oh, okay. Well, I'm on my last drawing. We're on our last drawing. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, you can see, here we go. We're almost done here. See how, man, this look. I thought this is, the tree took longer than this. There we go. See, bam. Yeah, I'm here. Okay, party. I didn't get invited. I wasn't invited. Oh, okay. You just have to bring this down a little bit. All right. Just okay, cool. All right, Mom. Good night. Go to sleep. And I'm doing these little strokes here, just the little things on the fins. I kind of did the fins. This one's a little bit bigger. I didn't talk about it. A little distracted, but I'm doing it really quickly. See, here we go. It's coming in. Right on there. Like cucaracha. Wally. Oh, and it tapers. It tapers a tapered tail on this tail. The fish tails comes down. Man, look at this. There we go. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Look at that. Don't you wish you could? What is that song? Don't you wish your girlfriend looked just like me? Don't you wish your drawing looked, I don't know. But don't despair if it doesn't, if you're having trouble. You can see how I did it. It's the how, and it's just practicing. You can see that shapes. You can see it's just years of practice and make it look like it's magic. Make it look like it's simple. And it kind of is. I mean, you guys have a head start. I mean, I didn't have that. I didn't have this knowing. So I'm passing off, taking off years of drawing struggle, years of drawing challenge. But you still got to take on your challenges. I mean, you can't run from doing push-ups. Still got to do them. Oh, I'm missing a little shape here. And then we're done. There's a little shape. I'm going to have to squeeze in a little bit. That shape and then that shape. And I think that's it. We're done. All right. Also, how to draw Scott Robertson. So cool. The fast shapes. Yeah. Yep.
Claudio, I put up that little candle holder. That was my draw. That was a photograph I took this morning.
Oh, did you make that? What is that?
It's I put a tea light inside I don't know what you call those things. Like a candle house. A lantern. I don't know. What would you call that?
It's
you put a tea light inside.
It's kind of lamp.
A lamp. Yeah, a lamp. Anyway, so what was really amazing was that when the tea light is not in the lamp, you could barely see the light. You put it inside that little lamp, and all of a sudden there's all that light because it reflects off the, off the lamp. So that's what I thought was interesting about it, was how to convey the light that's generated by the candle.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're at that level where you're noticing those things and noticing how light glows and how it reflects and bounces and yeah, definitely.
And you can see the reflection on the wall.
Right.
The holes in the lamp.
Right. That's cool.
So anyway, that's why I put that up.
Yeah, I just kind of sketched it out real quick here.
I mean, we don't have to do it tonight. We could do it a different time. I can put it up again if you want.
I already did it.
You don't have to do it now because you're finished.
There it is.
It's only 10 after 12 midnight here.
That's all. I know I got to get my sleep too. All right, let's last count of the day. There was one more thing we were gonna try to do, unless was there more pictures? Let me see. Let's see.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's see. Here we go. Sharing my screen. Hold on. Let me refresh. Did you upload? Was there another pictures that was uploaded? I don't know. Alan, was there more pictures uploaded? Let me see. If not, we're
No,
gonna.
we've seen all the pictures that were uploaded.
Oh, okay.
And most of them were just, not to draw, but just for the joy of looking.
Awesome.
All right. You and I were going to attempt to verify the functionality of your donation.
Yes. So we go to events, you click on the event, like today's class, the beginner, here we go, click on there. And then right underneath, oh, where is it at? Where did it go? I saw it. It said, I'm enjoying drawing people. Oh, cool. There was a comment. Let's put a like on that one. My dad works at Mattel Toy Company. Oh, Joshua's dad works at, that's what he drew that. That's awesome. Oh, I got 4 likes on that one. Improving my drawing skills and connection with new friends. I want to give my friends and family joy. Awesome. All right, cool. Let's see. Okay, so let's find out. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Let's try this again here. Let's go to our this. And it might have to be a future event. Oh, here it is. So if we go to our main page here, you can learn to draw for free. Go there, and this is a donation. So there's $2, $5, and okay, I don't know, be the first one. Should I be the first one to my own? And then just click on that, and that should come up right there. And then here, see, help us reach our goal. I don't have a goal, but yet. So did you see that, Ellen?
Well, so go to the main page as opposed to a
Right,
daily page.
right.
Okay, that's,
That's where it's at. It says fundraising.
oh, yeah, yes, that's gonna make it harder for people who don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to do that, and we will test it out to see how it works. I also am going to try to find the Zentangle ladies donation message and forward it to you, just so you see how she did it.
I can copy this link. I can copy this link and then post it on our website. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna create a web page on our page, on my Sketchbook Hero page. Sketchbook Hero. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Sketchbook Hero website, and I'll have a link for donate to make donations. And we'll get our.
I think, I mean, which is good, I just think it's best if it's comes up on with whenever you bring anything. Oh, okay, I can talk. I can't really, but so if people don't usually click here, they click on the class page where they sign up. So if
Right.
it came up on the meetup for the individual days where it says, this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 blah. If it's on that page, it will be the most seen.
Yeah, okay. I'll put it there as well. We have something in the chat. Okay, good night. We'll see you, Constanza. Thanks for joining us. See you in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2
Why
weeks.
is everyone saying in 2 weeks?
I'm not going to be here next week.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. I keep thinking everyone's saying in 2 weeks. I'm thinking, what's going on?
Yeah, next Thursday I'm going to be out.
Well, I'm gonna
Claudio,
sign.
I got to the donate thing.
Oh, you did? All right, hold on.
Yep.